The Let's Talk series it's an avenue for us to be able to have a voice. And the Let's Talk series it's a campaign and project led by Key Populations Uganda, but also supported by the Civicus World Alliance. This is a time where it's also under the Standards My Witness campaign led by Civicus World Alliance. It's a time where we celebrate the challenges as human rights activists we are facing, but also look at the achievement that you have made at the same time. This at a time we look at people who have been incarcerated, who have been habitually arrested, and also detained without trial. So this is at a time that we are celebrating them, but also taking them with it. So that's basically what the Standards My Witness project, but also under the Let's Talk series, is all about.
I have been an activist since 2013 to this day. Personally, I think it's part and parcel of me, because when I belong to the legal fraternity, but taking human rights was one of the course units that I took. First and foremost, as a human rights activist, Uganda generally is not a safe place. So when you come in to defend such people affected, of course, the journey cannot be smooth like any other person who's defending civil rights. It's a bit hard.
I think naturally activism was within me since at a very early stage. And what made me focus on, because as you've noticed, Errol is in the rural area. We are in the rural areas of eastern Uganda, so the injustices, the fact that people were being discriminated under our very own eyes, including me myself. So from there we were like, no, we have to fight back as activists, and I was one of those people who stood up and said, no, enough is enough. Yeah, the challenges are always there. They never stop. The civic space is shrinking, where to air out our thoughts, how to come out and speak out on behalf of others. Because to me, I believe that it's all about speaking for the voiceless. But now that also has become, it's a bit tricky, and it's how you engage. So the challenge is even in the attacks that we keep getting, the violations. Now, overcoming those challenges per se, we look at more advocacy. I would feel like as Maria, the more advocacy that we do can bring out those spaces. Wherever you feel like, you bring up different ideas to challenge different challenges, and so that you can overcome them. All those barriers, you first look for where can I tap first. First of all, being part of Pride organizing for all these years is one of my great achievements. And being the first LBQ women group.
Some of our committee members, they could have a problem, and you find that they could fear to reach different health facilities so as to get the health services required. And actually that's why I decided to come out and I fight for our rights.
My turning point was I decided, that was 2017, to create an organization that is going to help community members access the same services I was accessing in Kampala.
It's really difficult to work in a strict and a country like Uganda, which criminalizes who you are and who you identify as. Because when we look at the constitution, it doesn't protect us. There are no clauses where, as transgender people, that support us. Now COVID-19 also came in, and we saw that what was experienced before even became worse, because now we had to go face double stigma, face double discrimination, and we've created attitude change, because now the situation is a bit different as it used to be.
Generally, there was a niche of us like stepping in due to the different dynamics changes into the youth fraternity of right nowadays, because we've realized that advocacy of the other past generation, it is not the same patent issues that are in this current generation. So we had to step up for the few things that weren't going out. There are very many challenges that we face as the youth people, as young people who identify as key population, because first of all, even in this country, in our own country, we are illegal, we are living under fear due to the different vulnerabilities of stigma and discrimination around us. One, consistency. Because we keep on, much as we have these challenges, at the end of the day, they refuse to give us meaningful participation, inclusion amongst different spaces, but we try, because we believe like the issues are really so patent and they're hindering us as young people. So we believe like we're not going to stop now until our issues are being heard, until we raise our voices and they reach to different tables. But right now, we are being heard. At least we are being called on a table to discuss advocacy issues, the human rights issues, the violations, because right now they believe that we know better because it's a generation. So those are some of the achievements. So it doesn't replicate our work as advocates, but also it pushes us forward to actually even push more further and better, but also to strengthen our different interventions and programs related to our activities in the human rights, fraternity, something like that.